Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news tonight, the holiday stereotype of waking up Christmas morning and finding a puppy underneath the tree, while animal rescue agencies locally are taking action so that their animals aren't returned once the excitement of the holidays wears off. ABC 7's Erica Jackson explains what one local shelter, is doing to look into their potential adopters.
2-year-old Hank is all bark and no bite. He and his brother Ace are both blind, but they're inseparable and need to find their forever home together. Danny Robbins already has 4 rescue pups and hopes one family will take the plunge and bring home the dogs.
They'll provide you the love that you need, the companionship that you need here. It's absolutely amazing.
Going from having no home to having a home and having a family and, really knowing that we've made an improvement to their life is pretty exciting.
Karen Slumba with Nate's Honor Animal Rescue says many more families come out looking for a pet around the holidays, but only 8% of its adoptions in 2016 took place in December. Nate's is vigilant with screening potential adopters so the rescued animals aren't returned within the upcoming months.
There's a lot of red flags that we look for to make sure that people are going to be the appropriate home for the dogs and cats.
Nate's makes sure pets are going home with owners that will spend time with the animal. They say questions about declawing cats are also a red flag, and Nate's wants owners of new puppies to train the dogs appropriately.
If they're not trained as a puppy, they're going to be crazy, very ill-behaved dogs. So it's kind of like not raising your kid properly and having unruly teenagers.
Slumba fears many families with kids are interested in adopting an animal for the novelty around the holidays and suggests doing research before heading out to the ranch.
This is not something that is going to be with you for a week. This is going to be something that can be with you for 18 years.
Robbins hopes families that are ready for their new 4-legged addition will choose to rescue, since some dogs, like Linda, have been living at the ranch for more than 2 years. He says his rescue dog, Shadow, has changed his family forever.
The love that he provides for my 2 daughters and the protection that he has for the house is just absolutely amazing.
Now, Nate's is trying to give you the picture-perfect Christmas this year. They have a limited number of puppies available for adoption that can be delivered on Christmas Eve or Christmas morning. We'll have more information on that offer on our website, mysuncoast.com. In other news, visitors to Gamble Plantation Historic Park in Ellenton were transported back in time today. The museum celebrating Christmas the way it was back in the 19th century. The ladies of the United Daughters of the Confederacy getting people into character with authentic time period clothing while teaching people about the property's historic significance to our area.
It doesn't have to be as historically significant as this building is, but when you start to learn just a little bit about it, it sinks in and you feel like you weren't really a part of it, but you took a little part of it with you.
The 4th Florida Volunteer Infantry also dressed in military uniforms and reenacted a Confederate encampment. Well, we may be feeling the chill here on the Suncoast tonight, but it's nothing compared to the rest of the country. Take a look. Tonight, more than 100 million Americans feeling the effects of the winter blast. Snow falling from Indiana to New York, slick roads causing hundreds of crashes in the Northeast over the weekend. And in the South, almost 300 are without power.
All over and never know when the one going to pop near us.
We want to get them warm, get the electricity back going.
Yeah, one major school district outside of Atlanta still in the dark will be closed on Monday. So we are considering ourselves lucky down here today. A lovely day out there. It was a little colder. Let's head over to Steve Newman for a check on our first alert weather. Steve.
Adam, we're doing a first alert update on tonight's low temperature. It's going to be about 3 or 4 degrees cooler than we had thought. I think we're going to bottom out at 38 tonight in Sarasota with some patchy frost inland. The reason is we've got clear skies. You can see during the day when the sun was up, the clear northerly wind, but those winds are slackening off. And as we move through the evening hours, the overnight hours, it's going to be virtually calm. Combination, clear skies, calm winds, and very dry air in place is allowing the temperatures to drop a lot faster than the computer models have been predicting today. Look at dew points, 39 at Tampa. They've been in the 20s in some areas earlier, and they still are in parts of our viewing area. 31 at Arcadia, Mayaca City, 30. So with this dry air, look for temperatures to fall like a stone. This is a computer output, and I think these numbers are about 5 to 6, 7 degrees above what the actual low tonight is going to be. And in fact, the computer models that predicts it, it's already 42 at the airport. It says at midnight it's going to be 44. So drop about 4 or 5 degrees off of these for the overnight low. I'll have the complete details coming up in just a few minutes. Adam?
All right, thank you, Steve. A consumer warning for fans of a hit home improvement show. Here's Jacqueline Allen with the potential scam that could cost you thousands.
We are going full tilt.
If you watch HGTV,
I'm a big fan of the Property Brothers and all of their shows.
No room for error.
Like Lisa Hartman watches HGTV, you know how hot the Property Brothers are right now.
My husband hates it. I watch them all the time.
This Aurora fan even follows them on Facebook, last week posting she wishes they'd come to Colorado.
Get new cabinets, new countertops, just, you know, make it a little prettier.
And help update her home. That's when she got this Facebook message from a man claiming to work for the Property Brothers.
When I first saw the message, I got really, really excited. And I was like, oh my God, how am I going to explain this to Keith? Is he going to want to do it?
My first response is, seriously? Nah, no, seriously.
Keith is her husband, who, remember, is not a huge fan.
I always have a cricket on my shoulder about what's a scam and what's not.
While the contract looked official,
they have the HGTV logo, the Property Brother logo.
There were red flags, the wrong couple's name on it, a demand for money up front. The Facebook messages got more urgent with worse grammar, and then the ID badge sent as proof.
If you notice, where it says title is spelled incorrectly.
Of course, it's a scam. The Property Brothers posted a warning recently on their Facebook page. It's so widespread, though, we found people all over the country have been targeted for years.
Now, I feel so disappointed. I feel so almost betrayed.
After sending their information and pictures, the Hartmans realized it was a scam before sending any money.
This is terrible. My wife loves the Property Brothers.
So even though now they feel heartbroken, they say at least they're not broke.
We've never done anything close to this.
And they want to warn other fans.
I contacted you guys at 7 News because I think this is something that really needs to get out there. I think people need to know that this is a scam.
You just sold your house.
Your moment, but lucky that no money was truly really lost. Well, with the holidays fast approaching, government panels will be meeting across Florida during the coming week. Members of the Florida Constitution Revision Commission will continue considering proposed constitutional amendments for the 2018 ballot. Some of those items being discussed include a sales tax exemption for diapers and adult incontinence products, a proposal that would require 2/3 votes of the House and Senate before state taxes or fees could be increased, and even a proposal that would require legislative sessions to start in January during even-numbered years. The 2018 legislative session dawns on January 9th. Well, in the aftermath of hurricanes Harvey, Irma, and Maria, this holiday season is especially hard for those who lost maybe some treasured decorations from years past. That's why a group in Texas is helping out some of those victims by giving them trees and ornaments to make the holiday season truly complete. One of those trees went to Rosa Villanueva and her family. She received a phone call with the news.
Dice, Rosa, you got it. Oh, thank God, thank God, thank God, thank God. I got it. This is for my grandson. Not for us, for my grandson.
Villanueva has 3 grandchildren who would have celebrated Christmas without a tree by now. But now, thanks to the kindness of others, not only does she have a tree, but also decorations, lights, even a tree skirt. Well, still to come here on ABC 7, the scene that sent neighbors rushing in to help. A plane crashing down onto a house. Plus, more evacuations in California as wildfires rage. A look at firefighters' efforts to gain control. That's all coming up after the break.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
For 30 years, it's been an honor for the Michaels on Ice team to serve you.
We love that our restaurant, wine cellar, and ballroom have become your favorite gathering places, and we love catering your parties.
From everyday celebrations to life's greatest occasions, please join us soon for new culinary adventures. A toast to 30 years.
And to many more.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential. There's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline. If you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death, you must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
The Federal Aviation Administration is investigating after a small plane crashed into a California home over the weekend. The single-engine aircraft had 4 people on board when it crashed and exploded Saturday, quickly engulfing the rear of the house in flames and sending up that thick black smoke you can see right there. The pilot had just taken off from Montgomery Field Airport when he reported a problem. Neighbors hearing that crash and seeing the smoke rushed in to help.
And also we just saw the plane just dip out of the sky straight into the house.
I heard a loud, like a boom, and then I heard like a big fire and black smoke, and the windows were like cracking and people were screaming.
Firefighters say 2 people were treated at the scene. An initial search indicated that the house was empty when the plane went down, but it is still unclear if the victims were in the plane or on the ground. The fire department is not saying anything about the condition of all the victims just yet. Well, more evacuations have been ordered in California tonight as wildfires spread throughout the state. Take a look. The largest of those fires, the Thomas Fire in Ventura County, creeping closer to neighborhoods as firefighters desperately try to get it contained. With the latest on the path of destruction, here's ABC's Chuck Sievertson.
No end in sight for Southern California firefighters battling flames on several fronts.
Bone dry vegetation. Spot fires are a major concern.
Those new spot fires creating new walls of flames rushing up or down hillsides into residential areas.
I'm scared to death. We packed up our whole car and we got evacuated this morning.
Richard DiGiacomo was near the end of a round of golf when he first saw the smoke.
I had maybe 10 minutes to grab my dog, my wallet, my glasses, and get the hell out of there.
His home was one of nearly 100 destroyed by fire.
Really breaks your heart. I can't tell you how much. It's terrible.
Creek Harris and her husband returned to their burnt apartment building.
We thought we were fine. They haven't had a fire here in 50 years. What a difference a day makes.
Firefighters are still focusing on the Thomas Fire in Ventura County, the biggest one, only about 15% contained, threatening 15,000 homes with 88,000 residents evacuated. but firefighting conditions are about to get worse again, not better.
We're still expecting the Santa Ana winds to pick back up a little bit.
The governor confronting California residents with a sense of their future.
We're facing a new reality in the state where fires threaten people's lives, their property, their neighborhoods.
Chuck Sievertson, ABC News, New York.
And we're certainly keeping everyone in California in our thoughts and prayers. Long year for them. Well, Steve, you're going to take a crack at a Christmas weather forecast between now and then.
The GFS model is right out there at the edge of it's like flipping a coin at this point, but it's predicting sunny skies on Christmas Day on the Sun Coast. High temperature about 80, 82 degrees.
You heard it here first.
And I have to work the day after Christmas, so I'm going to have to answer.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you're going to be accountable for that right there.
Let's take a look at over Sarasota Bay today. And by the way, Wendy is in for John Scalzi in the morning. She'll be back here next weekend, so make sure you tune in starting at 5 a.m. You can see those clouds out over the Gulf. It was clear over the state, but they did have plenty offshore and lots of sunshine, but it was not a beach day. It was not a boating day, but things will get a little better as we move toward next weekend. 60 was the high in Tampa, 61 at Fort Myers. Miami had the coldest morning in like 384 days this morning with the 50-degree reading. Panama City this afternoon, 55, and highs across our viewing area pretty close to 60 everywhere. Now, currently, the temperature at the airport about 35 minutes ago was at 42, and it's jumped back up to 45, so that's kind of confusing me a little bit. Dew point 40, it's going to go back down into 30s, as will our temperatures, I believe, as well. 42 was last night's low. High this afternoon, 59 degrees. And as we look at the satellite, we have clear skies, severe clear from top to bottom in Florida. That cold air, when it mixes with the moisture over the Gulf and Atlantic, forms in those stratus clouds. That's why you can look just offshore and see those clouds, as you saw on the Van Wezel cam, while it's clear over the drier land. Now, it is going to be cold across Florida tonight. There is a hard freeze warning up near the Georgia border in far northern Florida, and a freeze warning all the way down to Pasco County, just north of Hillsborough and Pinellas, and a frost advisory for Glades and Hendry County. That's a big agricultural area just to the west of Lake Okeechobee. So you got a clear idea here. It's going to be cold tonight, but it could be worse. It could be snowing, as it is in the snow belts right across upstate New York, Ontario, and Michigan. And the Futurecast shows another major snowstorm developing tomorrow and into Tuesday, blowing across the Great Lakes. It's going to miss New York City in the I-95 corridor, with most of it going in upstate and far northern New England. If they get anything, it'll be rain. Now, this is all caused by a buckle in the jet stream, which has happened because of that Arctic vortex. The polar vortex just warped the jet stream, causing dry and warm, unseasonably warm, and high fire danger for the west, and for us, unseasonable cold and bitter chill. Now, we're going to get a taste of that down here, but they're really getting most of it up to the north. As you can see at Toronto right now, 25, Montreal 29, and out west, 72 at LA, after I have about 82, 65 in Phoenix. Near your weather headlines, what you need to remember, it's going to be a few degrees cooler tonight. On average, right close to the water, it'll be about 40. It'll be in the upper 30s inland, maybe the mid-30s far inland. A little warmer by Tuesday briefly. Here's your Futurecast showing a beautiful day tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday, with high pressure. Winds will shift a little more to the southerly direction, warming us up. But then Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night, another cold front slams us, dropping us 10, 11 degrees for Wednesday. It's going to be like a little thermometer roller coaster this week. Tonight, starting with clear and cold is our forecast, with a low temperature 39 in Sarasota. Could be as low as 35, 36 in like Highlands County and areas east of Arcadia. So watch out for patches of frost well inland tonight, but it shouldn't be anything very heavy. Now, tomorrow it'll be sunny and milder with a high temperature of 64. That sounds good. Tuesday, it sounds good too, with a high temperature of 73, but that front comes through with the breezes, dropping us down to 61 on Wednesday. We recover from that front on Thursday and Friday, then Friday night into Saturday morning, another front with a chance of rain overnight, and then Saturday and Sunday looks like we'll start a warming trend into the week entering toward Christmas. And that's your weather story, Adam.
All right, thank you very much, Steve. A wild week ahead. Well, we got sports coming up after the break. Stick around.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
It's the holiday sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sport Utility for $269 per month or a 2017 MKZ for $279 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
When it comes to drinking, what do you think moderation is? The U.S. Dietary Guidelines define moderation as up to 1 drink a day for women and up to 2 drinks a day for men. So what's a drink? The guidelines say a drink equals 12 ounces of beer, 5 ounces of wine, or a cocktail with 1.5 ounces of distilled spirits. Each contains the same amount of alcohol. Like to learn more? Visit drinkinmoderation.org.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Now, sports. The top 2 picks from last year's NFL draft, quarterbacks Jared Goff and Carson Wentz, have helped turn around 2 franchises now on the verge of the playoffs. Tonight, the 2 players and their teams, Rams and Eagles, meeting head-to-head in Los Angeles. A big day for Venice High School alum Trey Burton. He grabs a 20-yard touchdown between 2 defenders early in the game, first quarter. Then on a 3rd and 7 in the second quarter, again, Carson Wentz finding Burton, 5 catches, 71 yards, and 2 touchdowns one day after his Indians won the state championship. Coincidence? I think not. Well, the Rams would go on top 28-24. Carson Wentz tries to score with his legs. It's called back for a penalty, but Wentz taking a shot right to the knee. As you can see right there, he's a little slow to get up. Stays in for a 4th and goal here, and somehow just finds Alshon Jeffrey for a touchdown. But he would end up leaving the game right after that drive. Nick Foles able to come in and seal the win for the Eagles. And after the game, head coach Doug Peterson didn't seem too concerned about moving forward without his QB.
You're speculating, that he's going to be out. So until I know more tomorrow on him, it's hard to say. But listen, there's a lot of leaders on that football team right now, and you saw it tonight.
There's the hit.
The Eagles are waiting on an MRI to determine the extent of Wentz's knee injury. With the win, Philadelphia sealed the NFC East division title. The 8-4 Jaguars hosting the 8-4 Seahawks in Jacksonville tonight. After a slow start, both teams lighting it up in the second half. Blake Bortles to Keelan Cole for a 75-yard touchdown right there. Then Russell Wilson escaping pressure, stepping up in the pocket, throws a dart to Paul Richardson over the middle. Richardson puts his foot in the ground, fakes out to Sean Gibson, and runs it in for the score. But too many mistakes for Wilson, 3 interceptions in the game. But as the Jags are trying to run out the clock, Michael Bennett rolls into the center's legs. It starts a scuffle to end this one. Seattle losing the ugly game 30-24. It was the first time this season and the 4th time in 105 career games that Wilson has thrown 3 picks. And how is this for a play of the day in a snowy understatement of the day overtime game between the Bills and the Colts? LaShawn McCoy fighting off defenders and terrible footing for a game-winning touchdown. Players celebrating accordingly, as you can see right there, making snow angels. And what do you know? Football is fun again for a brief, fleeting moment in the NFL. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts on 4 or more windows.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye. And over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation.
1-800-813-0109.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
I'm Deshauna Barber. In 2016, I was proud to win the title of Miss USA. What makes me just as proud is my service in the U.S. military. In the service, a soldier gains skills and learns values like discipline and leadership. That makes them an asset to any business that hires them. If you're an employer, on behalf of Coalition to Salute America's Heroes, remember to hire smart and bet on a vet. Visit saluteheroes.org or call this number to learn more.
A promise was made, a promise that hit the beaches of Normandy, a vow that captured Iwo Jima, a contract that weathered Tet, a pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq, an IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
ABC 7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast. The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
Disney and Pixar's animated flick Coco coming out on top once again this weekend in the box office. A triple crown for the film, which brought in $18 million. Coming in second, Justice League, DC Comics' newest superhero movie, making half that amount at $9.5 million in its fourth week. And Wonder, a film about a young boy with facial differences taking in $8.4 million over the weekend. And I wonder who might be on top next weekend.
I don't know. We got Star Wars going to be competition.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably a generous bet on that one.
Center, 5 rows back, Cine Bistro next Saturday night.
There you know. That's where Steve Newman will be. We'll be here. And how will the weather be?
It's going to be chilly off and on this week.
All right, well, there you have it. Well, Good Morning Suncoast coming up at 5 a.m. We'll see you then.